family caregiver is a challenge not only for the person in that role, but it's a problem across the country. Really, we have a workforce of people who are working two jobs sometimes. They're working their job that they're employed by, and they're acting as a full-time caregiver for someone that they love. And family caregiving for an older adult is one of the leading causes of absenteeism at work, of loss of productivity while at work. People are there, but they're less focused because they're on the phone fielding phone calls, making appointments for their parents, and just being burdened down.
Today we're creating new professions like Geriatric Care Manager, ElderCare Mediators. We're going down a road that this country has never gone down because of the need to serve the elderly.
Geriatric care management is the process of coordinating all the different types of services older adults and their family members have.
I think elder care managers are a necessity. I don't think they're really an option. I mean, you must understand there's so many emotions that go into caregiving.
You know, anyone can be a family caregiver. It can be a spouse, it can be a partner, it can be a daughter, it can be a son, it can be a best friend or a neighbor. And that's why everyone needs to know that there's help available to help them regardless of their relationship with that older adult that they love.
The beauty of a geriatric care manager is that you have a third party who's experienced, who's trained, who sees objectively the entire family system, and who comes from the level of dignity for actually the client, and then can orchestrate the caregivers in their proper roles.
When relationships change in a family, when someone who's always been the strong, supportive parent suddenly is the one that their children are worried about, that dynamic is difficult for everyone to adjust to. The best thing that a family can do is to begin to have an open discussion about how that relationship is changing and how certain supports need to be put in place. And sometimes the best way to go is to know that you don't have to manage that kind of conversation alone.
It's so important to find an expert. Somebody who is skilled, somebody who has worked with this population, somebody who can be the person to deliver the message. You see, the caregiver needs to be there to support the message, not to give the message.
When one of our care managers goes in to do an assessment, we go wherever the older adult's living, and we're going to address whatever specific concern someone called with, but while we're there, we're going to take a look at 6 or 7 need areas that are common to all older adults. The care plan is really a roadmap for an older adult and their family to follow. It takes a look at all the need areas we've looked at during the assessment.
When a caregiver does it on their own, they seemingly take everything personal from their loved one. They seemingly take the negativity, the issues, the words, and they go back to their childhood and they see their mom or their dad speaking to them in a way that they don't understand that it's the disease speaking and not that beautiful, incredible, vulnerable person. But a geriatric care management team allows us to put it all in perspective. It allows us all to join hands and allows us to go down the journey very supported on both sides.
Regardless of people's cultural background or their relationship to an older adult, there's a pathway to help. A geriatric care manager is there to help whoever needs advice, options, resources, and information how to provide an older adult with the best possible quality of life.
So we have to see caregiving as something that reminds us daily of a gift of self-care that we can provide for ourselves so that our loved ones can feel safe in their chronic or terminal illness. They can be safe in their quality of their life issues. And so it's so critical for us to understand that if we don't even do it for ourselves, we need to do it for the safety of our family.